Gonzaga drives in the dunk. Flagler's three. Ooh, he'll turn on the jet. One-handed layup. A season of joy in with a national championship for the Baylor Bears.
He's on the break, and it's in. That's what they love about him. So the Bears are red hot outside the strike.
The Sanford Pentagon on the edge of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, sold out in a matter of minutes for this one. Drew Timme fans made the trip. Excellent disguises. Inside, you find the kind of energy you would expect for a rematch of the 2021 National Championship and two teams that have set the standard nationally. The Gonzaga Bulldogs play host to the Baylor Bears about halfway between Spokane and Waco right here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Welcome to the first Peacock Classic presented by PNC Bank. Thanks for joining us courtside here. Paul Burmeister alongside 10-year NBA veteran Tim McCormick, and Corey Robinson will be with us as well. Well, these two teams' recent and rich histories made the build-up to this one all kinds of fun. But, Tim, you look at the here and now, we find Baylor trying to bounce back from a rare lopsided loss Tuesday night in Milwaukee.
I agree, Paul. And Baylor is immensely talented and puzzling. Remember, just 2 weeks ago, they were number 5 in the country. They are the preseason favorite in the Big 12, and I think they have the best trio of guards in all of college basketball. And then they went to Marquette and put on an embarrassing, horrific performance. They gave up 96 points. Their defense was atrocious. Their ball handling even worse. It was the worst loss for Baylor in the last 15 years. I can tell you right now, the Baylor Bears are angry, they're upset, and they can't wait to get out there and play.
Gonzaga can't wait to get out there as well. Preseason number 2, no surprise there. They present a lot of concerns for every team they play, but priority number 1 is the All-American center, Drew Timme, and how do you deal with him?
I think that Drew Timme is the best offensive center in college basketball. His resume, deep and impressive. 20 points per game, on pace to break the Zags' all-time record. Timme grew up in Dallas and told me his boyhood hero was Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah, I see it with the fundamentals. The footwork, the passing, the setting screens. He's also a big-time winner. Get this, Drew Timme has never lost back-to-back college games. He's a favorite to win National Player of the Year.
Fun to watch with his skills, with his attitude. You can see it right there. Always fun to keep an eye on him because he is always having a good time on the court. His head coach is Mark Few. I talked to him this morning during the shoot-around. Thinking about Drew Timme, he recalled the beating Baylor gave him in the paint during the national title game. He said it's coming again. He's talked to Drew. He has to be ready for the physicality that is going to start in a matter of moments. Other side, head coach for Baylor, Scott Drew, arrived in Sioux Falls with a defensive focus because of the game that Tim just talked about, the 26-point loss against Baylor in Milwaukee on Tuesday night. He said, we are a long way from being an elite defensive team, and I can tell you from watching practice yesterday, defense was priority number 1, 2, and 3 when they were working out right here in front of us yesterday. And when there was intensity, when there was volume yesterday practice, it was when they were working on defense.
Both of these teams have NCAA deep Final Four runs in their dreams at night. But from what I've seen, they have Sweet 16 caliber defense right now. They're both capable of so much more.
Tim, how great is this? 3,250 feels like about 10,000 with the sound and the energy. As I mentioned right when we came on the air, it sold out in a matter of minutes. 6 minutes is all it took for this sellout here between Gonzaga and Baylor. About 3,500 here joining us when you consider the standing room only. Keontae George, number 3 overall recruit in this class, the true freshman, hands it off to Adam Flagler, and away we go, the Bulldogs and the Bears.
Gonzaga is going to start out man-to-man. Remember, this is not going to be a defensive battle. Both these teams high-octane.
Jalen Bridges has now missed his last 10 three-pointers, former West Virginia player. Brazier Bolton inside to Timme and couldn't come up with that one. We expect to see a lot of that look inside, and Timmy right there. Timmy pointed to his chest and said, that's me.
Yeah, when you look at Drew Timme, one of the underrated skills about his game, he's a sprinter. He's not fast, but he runs as hard as he can, and he really puts a lot of pressure on the opponent's transition defense.
Well, Baylor has a lot of experience on this court already. We talked about the loss Tuesday night in the Midwest against Milwaukee. They came here Wednesday, practiced Wednesday night, also Thursday afternoon, and again this morning. Quite familiar. Flagler, difficult shot. Timmy Skies-Ford couldn't come down with it, but Bridges had the ball go off of him, and we come back to Gonzaga.
Offensively, Gonzaga runs a five-man motion. It's really true positionless ball, and the lane is wide open. I think it's a good idea for them to drive. Remember, when Gonzaga's aggressive, you can see high free throw attempts from them.
Gonzaga coming in at 5-2. Drew Timme just above the free throw line, a little long. Keontae George, true freshman, with a rebound. Both teams coming in 5-2. Gonzaga signature wins over Kentucky and also Michigan State. They've lost to Purdue and also to Texas. Baylor, big win in Las Vegas over UCLA. That was important because it came right after a loss to Virginia. Keontae George, non-traditional first two, with the third overall recruit in this class. Highest recruit in the history of Baylor basketball. Strother made 5 of those Sunday nights, and off to a good start there. Julian Strother, season high 23 in the Sunday evening win over Xavier, made 5 out of 8 3-pointers. It starts out 1 for 1 tonight.
I would like to see Baylor driving, Paul, and the reason is that there's no shot blocking in the paint for Gonzaga.
Keontae George off, Rasir Bolton comes up with it from Penn State to Iowa State to Gonzaga. Been a scorer everywhere he's gone. Spokane native. Watson goes in and draws the foul from Bridges, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Keontae George is just a fantastic young player. 5-star, 6'4". He can go inside. He's got a beautiful jump shot. He's got star written all over him. And I want you to remember this date, Paul. June 23rd, 2023, about 9:15 p.m., Keontae George is going to get a call from Adam Silver and be a top 10 pick in this upcoming draft.
Maybe top 5?
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. If he can become the focal point and the best player on this team and lead his squad deep in the NCAA tournament, his number will go higher and higher.
George gives it off right now to Flo Thamba. Big guy making his 67th career start. Has it knocked away. Watson scrambling for it. Nolan Hickman on the ground as well. And with the possession, good hustle by both sides. Ball will go to the Bulldogs.
Here's why this game is so important. It's hard to imagine that both of these teams are ranked so high, but at the end of tonight, one of these teams is going to have 3 losses.
It's amazing to think about when their big game, the national championship game, playing that game in early April, they had now goes against Rasir Bolton. They'll come back to Baylor, but when they played on that night, Markview's squad hadn't lost. Baylor had 2. They had 2 total losses between them, and tonight they each have 2, coming in at 5-2.
Paul, looks like it was Anton Watson. He didn't get his feet set on the screen. That's surprising because the Zags are excellent in the screen game.
Both teams number 1 seeds in the NCAA tournament a year ago. Caleb Lohner, transfer from BYU. Working against Timme, back out to George. Shot clock now inside of 10. Good crossover. Boy, he is fantastic in that move there. Couldn't find it. Timme with the rebound. Back to Bolton. Up to Strother. Already has 1 3. Slows it down. Back out to Rasir Bolton. Timme up top. He'll go set up down to the paint. Julian Strother has it taken away. LJ Cryer has George up ahead. Back to Lohner. In for 2. Caleb Lohner yesterday. Played for BYU last year. He was here playing against Creighton. That 3-pointer is up and no good from Bolton. Strother with a rebound. Lohner said he didn't play well that night. Has a lot of work to do tonight to make up for it. Spin move Timme. Back out to Bolton. Short. George with a rebound. Has Cryer to the side. Good bounce pass to LJ Cryer. His first 2 of the night.
That's good news for Baylor fans. You get Cryer a layup. He's one of America's premier shooters. His confidence will soar.
Strother up top, back to Bolton, looking to get Timmy involved. Hickman back to Timmy, guarded by Thamba. Had a lot of success in the national title game against him. Forces that error shot and comes up with a rebound. Talk to Thamba about guarding Timmy. All the way in for the floater from Flagler and the guards from Baylor. Working the transition and the half-court game. The Baylor Bears off to an early start. L.J. Cryer spots the freshman and then back to Caleb Lohner. Over to Cryer. 8-3, Baylor up early. Classic is brought to you by PNC Bank. See how we can make a difference for you. Baylor, Gonzaga playing tonight here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Last time they went at it, it was for the national championship in Indianapolis in 2021, and Baylor came out victorious. Pretty good flavor for both sides, Tim, in terms of players who were in that game. You're thinking about Flo Thamba, big number 0 out there, the two guards, Cryer and Flagler, and of course Timmy and Strother for the Bulldogs.
It was 606 days ago, April 5th, and it was in Indy. 86-70, and a big part of that was Flo Thamba is a great matchup against the big man Drew Timmy. Timmy sits for a minute, and now they become really dangerous on the perimeter. All 5 guys can dribble, pass, and shoot.
Big difference so far. Tim has been shooting. Baylor's made half their shots. Gonzaga comes out making only 1 out of 5. That was a three-pointer from Julian Strother. Has it again. And this is that time. Inside, though, Watson had position. Off of him, though, will come back to the Bears.
Defense wins, and it sounds cliche, but today at shoot-around, both Drew and Few, I like the sound of that, they spent about 75% of their practice time on the defensive end, preaching fundamentals and tendencies.
I talked to Baylor head coach Scott Drew yesterday at their shoot-around. I said, what's the biggest difference in this team than the last couple? Your Bolton left open. He likes that 3. He's long. And Strother comes up with it. And the rebound back to Langston Love. Missed last season with a torn ACL. Happy to have him back. L.J. Cryer working on Bolton. Guards create the shots for themselves so well. In and out. And Flo Thamba up and in. Baylor dominating this game so far. Julian Strother pushing it back up the court. And he draws the foul.
The beauty of Flo Thamba's game is they never give him the ball. He has no plays run for him, but he always finds a way to make an impact. Referees are getting really good at the principle of verticality. He put his arm straight up, and here, once again, you have no plays. Just go out there and make plays. There's Lohner inside, and I really like his addition to this team coming from BYU. Averaged about 7 points, 7 rebounds. He's from Texas, and he's a great fit.
You knew knew Drew Timme would not be on the bench for long. He checks back in. Anton Watson, Rasir Bolton also check out. And for the first time for Gonzaga, number 13, Malachi Smith, one of the many guards that rotate in. He is in as well. Strawther, second free throw, up and in. Baylor ends a 10, or pardon me, Gonzaga ends a 10-0 run. Right there. Caleb Lohner up to set to pick, number 33, already 2 for 2, was 2 for 7 when he played here for BYU against Creighton last year. Great look inside, and with the finish, Langston Love.
Yeah, this is a time where Drew Timme needs a touch in the low post. Not only is he an excellent scorer, but you can run your offense through him as the point big man.
Ball stay right here with 16 seconds left to shoot. He's coming off the game. You hear 16 points, Tim. 16 points is a nice contribution for any team, but 16, that was what he had in the last game, the lowest he has had all season, and that's Lohner to Love. Good spin move and the good vision as well by the big guy.
That's a great success story. Love tore his ACL, a former 5-star, and for him to start impacting makes them so much better.
Colin Hickman to Greg inside, had it knocked away. Now the shot clock down to 8. It's been all Baylor since the start, the rematch of the national title game from 2 seasons ago. And Greg had a chance, knocked away, heavy hit there from Dale Bonner, no foul. Timme up top to Smith, shot clock at 5. Malachi Smith, good spin move in the lane and the rebound. But Josh Ojanguna, the freshman, 6'10", NBA Global Academy, checking in for the first time. Spin move, tough shot off the glass. Tried to get his own board. Scramble for it. Looks like that is off Baylor. Yes, it is. And Gonzaga now will have a chance to try and come back. The offense has been a struggle for them so far. They've made just 1 out of 9 shots.
Man, this is such an extremely physical game. Here's the story. Baylor's sensational off the dribble. Can the Zags close the lane and keep them up? That's going to be a massive challenge.
With Drew Timme in the lineup, didn't think I'd be saying this, but in the paint, the Bears right now with 14 points. That's on 0. Hickman tried to get it inside. Love has brought it up front. Behind the back to Love. Strong finish. 16-0 in the paint. Baylor on top. 2 teams that started the season in the top 5. Gonzaga at 2, Baylor at 5 so far. It has been all Bears. Good look inside to Greg. Little pull up there. See if that can get him going.
I like Greg a lot. He's got a beautiful mid-range game. And against Purdue, against Zach Edey, their 7'3" center, he was a big key keeping that thing close. He knocked down a couple of clutch threes, so he can go inside, equally strong on the perimeter.
Bonner spin move off to Bridges. He's missed his last 10 threes, and everything working for Baylor right now. He ends a drought, and now the lead is 12. Timme to Hickman in the corner. Salas will pull up. And the rebound to Bridges. Gets the 3, then the board to start the next possession. Boy, Tim, sometimes a horrible loss never feels good, like the one Baylor had 3 nights ago. All stolen, but sometimes it gets your attention. And Malachi Smith brings it. That's it. Spotted away by Bridges. Gonzaga now with 2 chipping away at the lead. Deficit now 10, but they lose by 26. So you know the coach is all over them, and the trip here to Sioux Falls and in practice yesterday certainly has their attention, and the way they played to start this game represents them.
Remember the Marquette loss. They gave up 96. They gave up 24 points in the first half off turnovers. It was the worst loss for Baylor in 15 years.
Just 3 nights ago, Greg pulls up from 3, knocks it down. Bulldog offense looking a little bit better now. A whole lot of timeout on the court. 11:17 left until halftime. Baylor has been hot. They made more than half their shots, but Gonzaga starting to come back. Ben Gregg at 6'10", knocking down the 3. Deficit now 7. Baylor fans in effect here. A little over 800 miles away from Waco. Gonzaga, Baylor with the Zags on top by 7. The first Peacock Classic truly is the first of its kind for many reasons. For more, we check in with Corey Robinson.
Thanks, Paul. Yes, as you mentioned, first of its kind in name, image, and likeness. We have not seen an opportunity like this. So let me break it down for you. Players from each team can choose to opt in, right? And if they opt in, they get a list of activations from different sponsors that they can choose from. Then all they have to do is post about this game on social media, and they get paid the exact same as everyone else participating in the game. The thing that makes this so interesting is that it doesn't threaten the other national deals you have, which is a rarity in NIL. And Paul, I talked to the organizers, and they told me that this is a locker room equalizer, one of the many things, the questions surrounding NIL. So the players love it, and the sponsors love it, Paul.
Yeah, the locker room equalizer, Corey, thank you very much, meaning that both of these head coaches were in favor because all the players would get compensated the same. They like that.
And Paul, the announcers do not get NIL compensation, in case you were wondering.
Rasheer Bolton takes that in, and Gonzaga beginning to work its way back to him. They were down 19-7 at one point. 10-0 run by Baylor, but the Zags working their way back. Salas, Watson, and he'll go to the line, fouled by Flagler.
This Baylor defense is really tough and aggressive, and I like the fact that Gonzaga out of the break is attacking in transition. Why is that important? Because Baylor is loading up, and it's getting them in transition. Notice here, sharing the ball. Watson getting to the rim. Listen to this number. So far for Baylor, 7 have scored, 16-4 in the paint.
At one point, that was 14-0. They got off to such a wonderful start inside, both in the setup and the transition buckets as well. Anton Watson, season high 16 last time out against Marquette. That one long, works out well for the Zags. Salas tried to get that one back in, but LJ Cryer comes back up with it. Both of these teams happy to work that transition, to be transition-minded the entire game. Malachi Smith, great hands. See if he can finish. Yes, he can. Transfer from UT Chattanooga, averaged 20 points last year. Southern Conference Player of the Year. And foul off the ball there by Salas.
Malachi Smith is probably the best mid-major transfer in all of college basketball. And he is the player that I think could take Gonzaga to a whole different level. He's a big power guard. He's got three-point range. And you just saw there that he's got the ability to put extreme ball pressure on the opponent.
Tim, I mentioned that Baylor was on a 10-0 run early in this game. Right now it's Gonzaga on a 10-0 run. Offensive foul coming back to the Zags.
Once again, Drew Timme is my favorite big man in all of college basketball. I love his fundamentals, and if he can get the ball on the low post, he can be the facilitator of this offense. But so far, 0 for 2 from the field, no points.
The leading scorer averaging 20 points per game, a career best. Great block there. Inside by Watson. He gets the board, and he will go right back to the line. He's been there quite a bit, and he's off to a 1-for-4 start from the stripe. We'll get a couple more chances here.
There's no doubt that Drew Timme draws a lot of attention, and for Anton Watson to play in the same front court with he and Julian Strouder, he gets a lot of space. Watson about 6'8", 225 pounds. He's big, strong, versatile, and he tested the NBA waters. Listen to this. This guy is big and strong. He had the fastest lane agility score in the entire NBA pre-combine draft. Wow.
Big change of direction and quickness inside it for the second time in a row. And this free throw works out well for Gonzaga. They keep it. A couple minutes ago, they trailed 19-7. Right now on an 11-0 run. Again, their top scorer. Number 2 right there, top of the key. Hasn't scored yet. He's 0 for 2. Looking to get the ball to Drew Timme. Strawther, difficult shot. Timme had a chance at it. Baylor comes up with it. They push it up to Keontae George. Has Caleb Lohner. Pulls up from 3. That's why he was the number 3 overall recruit in this class. Has game from the 3-point range all the way to the bucket. And the drop there. 11-0 run. The ball off of Rasheer Bolton. He'll come back.
So Keontae George is a special player, and I had a chance to watch him at the top 100 camp when he was in high school. And he's just electrifying. He can be a playmaker running your offense. He glides out there. And I think that if Baylor is going to be a Final Four caliber team, Keontae George needs to be the best player on the Bears squad, and maybe not submitting his ego a little bit more to the fact that he's the best player. And Cryer and Flagler have been there, but he's got the most upside for the team and really needs to take over.
It's difficult to do that with your first-year player. Both of those senior upperclassmen guards. Another pull-up three. That one a little long. Not only have the status of you in terms of years, but they were part of the national championship team. So you see how quickly he can try to take that confidence out with the scoring. Good look inside from Timmy to Craig and Lumber with a rebound. And Keontae George, watching him in practice yesterday, just glides to the basket when he gets there. That was Flagler. Gets his own board off the glass. Two misses there. Bonner back to George. Another pull-up three. And a foul call under the basket. Goes against some true Timmy there. Still looking for his first points. Two-time second-team All-American. West Coast Conference Player of the Year last year. Called for that foul that will keep the ball for Baylor.
And my point is that Keontae passed up a three and then made it a tougher three. Remember, he's the #1 recruit in Baylor basketball history. He's got special talent.
Bonner with it up top. Back to George. Shot clock now down to 8. George almost had it taken away by Smith. Deep three. Wow. Maybe he heard you.
If you are the 5-star, your job is to make everybody else's job easier. He's got that ability.
Not afraid to launch up the three here in this first half. And teeing up Julian Strother as well. Rasheer Bolton, see if he uses the pick from Timmy. Shot clock down to 5. Malachi Smith. Off balance three. Thomble with the board. And right now, Baylor owning the boards, especially defensively. Not a lot of second looks right now that is asked. Flagler to Loner. He can do that as well. Air ball. I think I hexed him there, Tim. Keontae George, the freshman, almost had it taken away. Then deep pull-up from 3. And it's Bears lead by 7.
Points in the paint have been the #1 story, but it's not traditional. It's not the big guys getting post moves and so on. It's the guards driving in transition. Nice finish by L.J. Cryer. Out is nice delivery inside. The points in the paint for Baylor are impossible to cover because they're doing it in transition and off the dribble. And the number one guy so far is Keontae George. 3 out of 7. He's got 8 points, 3 boards, and he's playing exceptional defense.
Bears fans happy to see him shoot well from the 3 range. He made a couple tonight. He was 1 for 5 on Tuesday nights, 0 for 6 against UCLA, and off to a much better start tonight. Baylor just shooting the ball better. You pointed out that they're getting a lot of looks inside. They've made just under half their shots. Gonzaga right now just 6 out of 20. Owen Hickman, wearing number 11. He told me this morning, I said, what's the biggest, most pleasant surprise on the team so far? And he said Hickman. It's also the one he mentioned at the West Coast Conference Media Days as the most improved player on the team. Short there, L.J. Cryer with the rebound. Back to Flagler. And ahead to Bridges, left open against Timmy. Strong defense there by Timmy at the stronger. He pushes to Bolton. Good crossover with the ball tipped away. Lothamba. 67th consecutive start on the floor to get that steal. See if George can take it all the way in. Good hop step. And one. Showing off, taking it to the basket, off balance. Starting with the D.
Notice, try to split. Lothamba playing a beautiful game on the defensive end. He starts the break, and versus a scrambled defense, Keontae George able to finish with a mid-range game. That's NBA stuff right there, being able to take the crossover, the Euro step, and his story is really pretty unique. He was sharing today that his junior year in high school, he had an abscess on his hip, was forced to have surgery, was not able to play ball for 2 months, and was sincerely scared about his future. Since then, he's really appreciated basketball so much more.
Preseason pick for the Big 12 freshman of the year. Game high, 11 points right now. A couple of 3-pointers from range, and we just saw that the old school, the traditional 3-pointer with the bucket and the free throw. Game run so far this first half. Bears on a 9-0 run. Both teams have enjoyed 10-0 runs here already. Shot clock now inside of 10. Bolton inside to Greg. Pump fake. Up. No good. Timmy looking for his first basket. And it knocked away, and back comes George. Flagler. Bamba. Greg interfered with that one, and now here come the Zags. Hickman to Salas. They just cannot get to Timmy going. Keontae George with the steal. George pushes it up. That lane is open. Had the ball knocked away. Bolton. Chased by Cryer. Over to Hickman. Ball to his hands.
The pace of this game is incredibly fast, and a real concern for Gonzaga is the point guard position. Hickman and Salas are both sophomores, and the big difference is the last 2 years they had Andrew Nebhart, who's in the NBA with the Pacers, and Jalen Suggs, who is an All-American, playing now for the Orlando Magic. Point guard is the most important position on the court, and a big reason Drew Timmy is not getting the ball is point guard play.
Also turnovers right now. Gonzaga with 9 turnovers. You mentioned that Baylor had 16 in that big loss Tuesday night at Marquette, and they're winning that game so far. Bucket, that was his most impressive. Told me yesterday had to make up for going 2 for 7 on this court last year with BYU, and he's doing it so far. Great hands there by Cryer. Baylor all over the floor. Credit with it. Inside to Timmy. Now they'll have a chance to go to the line and get on the board. Drew Timmy had a season-low 16 points on Sunday night against Xavier. He has not scored yet. And it will not be him at the line, won't he? He's going to walk back to the line. He was setting up on the block. And now we'll see if he can get that first point.
Drew Timmy is the most fundamentally sound big man in all of college basketball. And I don't think anybody could argue that.
Peacock has the most live sports of any streaming service. Watch live games and events from the Premier League, NASCAR, the PGA Tour, every Sunday night football game, and so much more. It is all streaming on Peacock. 4:46 without scoring there. Gonzaga until that trip to the free throw line. This game runs back and forth, and Baylor has been in control from the start. They jumped out to a 19-7 start. But the Zags 10-0 with the help of turnovers and Deontay George in double figures up and under. Dale Bonner. Baylor has regained that double-digit lead, and now it comes back to Gonzaga.
To put the defense in perspective, Gonzaga is number one in the nation in offensive efficiency. They play extremely fast. They average over 80 points per game. Right now, they've got 20 with under 5 to go in the first half.
Big reason a man who averages 20. Drew Timme working inside against Caleb Lohner. Yet will score a bucket, picks it up top to Hickman. Good look down there to Bolton. Penn State to Iowa State. Now to Gonzaga. That is a great inside shooter, and that's his first three. Dale Bonner to Lohner. 3 buckets up top to Love. Left wide open there. Elbow extended and finds its way to Bonner. Ball come back down to Baylor. Another turnover. That's it against Gonzaga.
Choose your poison. Doubling along the baseline. The corner man, he's left wide open because of the double team and the attention left on Drew Timme inside.
Gonzaga's made 3 out of 8 3-pointers. Baylor 3 out of 9. 2 of those for Deontay George, the leading scorer right now, who's on the bench getting a rest. Just inside of 4 minutes, rematch of the 2021 National Championship game. Baylor won that one in Indy. We're in Sioux Falls. The Bears have been in control from the start. Adam Flagler, shot clock down to 7. Dale Bonner. Back out to Langston Love. Difficult 3. Good defensive trick there for the Zags. Timme with the rebound. Now they're ready to push it up there in transition. Malachi Smith up top. Anton Watson has been an excellent feeder inside to Timme so far this season. Couldn't get it in there. Left wide open. Malachi Smith gets it there every time. Gonzaga now has the lead plus to 7. It'll be a win if we have at halftime, considering they've been trailing by 10 or more a lot this first half.
I'd like to see them protect the ball better, get good shots each time down. They can go in under 5 points, and that's a win.
Flagler, step back 3. Making the half of his threes this season coming into the game. Big shot by Lohner to keep this possession alive. New shot clock, but started at 20 with that rebound.
Mismatch on the ball.
Langston Love against Drew Timme. He finds his own putback. Stacey was interested so much last year with that torn ACL. Strummer hit one of those early. Missed his last couple. Watson cleans it up and puts it back in.
This is one of the fastest paced, most physical games I've seen all year. Referees letting them play. I have no problem with the fact that the refs have been very consistent. Players are in a nice little flow right now, Paul, where they know when they drive, they're going to get hit.
Caleb Lohner, another 3 looks short. Malachi Smith, Baylor had a lead of 30-18 a couple minutes ago. Zags trying to work their way back. They have been tough on Timme. Good look inside to Watson. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Baylor has enjoyed a few double-digit leads, but right now they just lead by 7.
junkyard dog defense, so physical and tough. Drew Timmy 0 for 2. No points on the field.
Yeah, one way, it's really amazing. He only has 2 points, both coming in the line. But what really stands out to me is he's only shot the ball twice. I think that speaks to what a wonderful job Baylor's doing inside, denying him the looks. And once he gets the ball, it's tough to get a shot off.
When you get embarrassed at Marquette, and you give up 96 points and show very little fight, no toughness at all, it really is a great opportunity for the coach. He's got the players' attention. They're listening intently, and they really brought a great effort on the defensive end.
As Scott drew yesterday about that defense, and as Greg checks in and Watson checks out, I said, what's the biggest difference about these teams compared to the ones in the past? He said, my last couple teams were so elite defensively that they led the way. The offense kind of caught up to them. So far this year, the offense is ahead of the defense, and we're not really used to that around here.
Yeah, well said. Jared Butler, Davion Mitchell, Macy O'Keefe, defense toppers last year. Jeremy Sohan, they got a real defense.
Richie Smith is again. He's made one tonight over the backfield against Greg. And we'll stay right here with Baylor. We're talking about how Baylor got off to a 14-0 run against Gonzaga. Gonzaga has evened that out, even without Timmy getting a bucket so far. They're 10-10 in the game since that 14-0 start.
It's kind of interesting. Gonzaga has NBA length. I think that they're going to have a hard time matching up with 4 really quick Baylor perimeter guys.
That is a tough ball. Keontae George having the first half with 14 points, easily a game high. Malachi Smith.
I wouldn't want to go in the game either, as physical as it is in there.
Gonzaga led one time here in this first half, and that was early at 3-2. They will then race to a 12-point lead. They've held the Zags playing for the majority of this first half. Adam Flagler, good first step. And he gets in to draw the foul. Adam steps into the Keontae George heating up. And these haven't been wide open 3 looks in there. Contested threes. He's made 3 of them, and Malachi Smith, that is a wide open 3. That counts the same.
This is really important for Malachi Smith because so far he has excelled in the games against the mid-major teams like Portland State and North Florida. To do it against great competition is what Scott Drew has to be worried about. You know, he looks at Malachi Smith playing for Gonzaga as a guy that can take the game over and let him get forward.
Adam Flagler hasn't missed from the free throw line all season. And that wonderful run, I missed right there. That's been 18 out of 19 in NCAA tournament run a couple years ago that ended with the Bears winning the national title. 1 for 2, Baylor up 38-31, now inside of 1 minute till halftime. Drew Timmy looking for that first bucket. Out to Smith. He's made 4 of his last 5 shots. And pushed them by Bridges over the line. And what a different season this is for Malachi Smith. I mentioned the average 20 points per game at UT Chattanooga. He easily led the Southern Conference a year ago. Now he hasn't even been playing half the games he was starting. Averaging under double figures at 8 points. So it's a different kind of season than the ones he got used to the last couple of years.
He's not here to put up big numbers. He wants a ring. He wants to hang banners. He can go to any college team and start. And so to come here and accept a roll off the bench is really a tribute to him and why he wants to play at Gonzaga.
Malachi Smith leading the Zags right now in scoring. That was his 10th point. Joining Keontae George as the only player on the double figures. He now has 11 on George. 2 3-pointers has 14. Julian Strawther checks out. Rozier Bolton checks back in. Gonzaga gets it back. He's certainly a threat. Tonight, down to 3.
I'd like to see them try to run some baseline action and get Keontae George the ball and score in position.
George guarded by Smith. Little out of control now to the bucket. What's the combo? It's by Andrew Reed for the first time. It's going to go in. Does not have numbers. Will have any way out of control. Offensive foul.
Off the dribble. He never really has his balance. He's such a phenomenal athlete. And that was a missed foul right there. That should have been Phil Samba on the free throw line. And there's the charge stepping in to take it. It's Dale Bonner some excellent defense. And this is a tough lineup to cover. You've got 4 playmakers and a center that's going to be crashing the offensive glass.
Adam Flagler might be a hold for the last shot inside at 10 seconds now. Guarded by Rozier Bowman. Very comfortable taking it himself. Has one to shoot. Gonna let it go. First half, we saw the Zags rebound Baylor 21-18. In the end, Baylor on the strength of a 10-0 run. They jumped out to a 12-point lead early. Bears 5-2 on the season. Heading to their halftime block, leading by 5. Jimmy, the All-American, still looking for his first bucket for the Zags. It's the Bears by 5 at halftime. Welcome back to softball. We have reached halftime here on the hard court between Gonzaga and Baylor. Let's go to the field. It's in the football field. Sunday night, the Colts head to Dallas to take on Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. Sunday, 7 o'clock Eastern on NBC and also right here on Peacock. Here's a sneak peek at Michael Smith's He Gets It series, featuring Cowboys running back Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard.
So everybody knows your trademark celebration, feed Zeke, your big play celebration. How did you get to a point where you were comfortable sharing?
I would say, honestly, like, TP, his ability it speaks for itself. I mean, you see, he's definitely one of the best football players on his team, and you got to have the best football players on the team on the field. And so, I mean, I just truly believe that our team is better, our offense is better. When he's getting the touches, he's got to touch that football just because he's so explosive. He can do so much with the ball. You got to put it in his hands.
Was there ever a point where you had to convince yourself that that was the best thing? I mean, you're a two-time rushing champion. A guy that's used to getting most of their carries. Was there ever a point where you had to come around to that way of thinking, or that was just natural for you?
I'd say it definitely was a point where I had to come around to it. Because I'd probably say I'd probably really say last year. Last year I had to really come around to it, and I just was trained mentally like, okay, you got to be in there. Like, really, I was playing 90% of the plays before you got here. 90% of the plays, coming out for a couple plays, catching my breath, they rushing me back in. So it just had to be a mentality switch. And it was a little harder at first. Definitely was a little harder at first, but but at the end of the day, what's important? What's important is the team, winning football games, and you just got to trust the process.
And what's that process been like for you, Tony, given your ability, given what you're able to do to share with Zeke?
Just staying within myself, not worrying about too much, that I can't control. And, just making sure whenever my number's called, that I'm ready for more opportunities, and making sure, they have confidence to find my number.
How do y'all feed off each other, Tony?
It's the energy. Like, if you see one person go out there, make a play, get a big run, sideline, you see that running back, we're feeding off, we're on the sideline, offense, he gets in and gets a touchdown, I'm on the sideline waiting for him to get back. So, it's just the team mentality, everybody.
Cowboys lead the NFC East on Sunday night. Here in St. Paul, we have acrobatics at that time. Second half, come up with the Bears leading by 5. Takes teams coming into this one with a pair of losses. Not acceptable for either program. Mark Few urging his side to come back. About contact stack. All-American center for Gonzaga, the West Coast Conference Player of the Year last year. He has a 2 on his jersey. He didn't think it would be that he had only 2 points after the first half. We'll see what he can do in the second half. Corey Robinson on the sideline has spent time with both coaches here. Maybe he's making hot time in the second half.
Oh, yeah, so normally, as you know, Coach Drew is a jovial guy, right? Not so much at half. I talked to him. He was visibly nervous, and he told me, look, 33 points, we'll take that any day of the week. Their plan for Drew Timmy was to be aggressive. They'll continue to do that. He did say that Drew Timmy did a very good job finding shooters when he did get doubled. But the 2 adjustments you'll see from Baylor will be turnovers, limiting turnovers, and then 2 transition defense. That was a big one. Now, on the other side, I asked Coach Mark Few, why did it take 15 minutes for him to get involved? Drew Timmy. And he said, look, Baylor's clearly intent on making him scoreless. So he thought that Drew Timmy did a great job facilitating all those open threes. You saw that came from Timmy. But what he needs to do to get offensive going in the second half is make a quick move when he's open. Coach Few said if you take a couple of those turnovers off the board, just 2 or 3, and you make some open shots, they're up in this game. It's on us. That's our mission at halftime. We got to put this ground ball.
All right, thank you very much. And I think about Drew Timmy only shooting the ball twice. Obviously limits his scoring. He averages 20, only has 2. But we talked to Mark Few, his head coach, this morning, and he told us about what a wonderful facilitator he is and how much they're leaning on him, not only for his points, but how he starts to run the offense. So the fact that he's not touching the ball a lot, not only hurting his
The 5 starters for Gonzaga have a total of 4 buckets. And I think just getting Timmy a touch every time is a great way to find his teammates. They're selling out defensively. Samba does a really good job one-on-one defense, but he's getting a ton of help. Put the ball in Timmy's hands, let Baylor collapse, and then find open shooters.
Big score coming off the bench. Starting for Gonzaga is Malachi Smith. And starts this second half on the bench. Thinking about turnovers, it's been a theme for the start of the game. You just mentioned Baylor had 16 of the 26-point loss against Marquette on Tuesday night. They only had 8 in that first half, so they certainly accomplished that goal. In addition, I think his defense on Timmy. George, 14 points, and for one to start the second half. And here comes Anton Watson. Let's see if they prioritize getting Timmy up to the field early. Hits into Bolton. No problem. Runs into Timmy, as he told me yesterday, he would do every chance he could. Shot clock to 10. They wanted to get it to Timmy a little bit more from Watson.
Nice adjustment. Looked like what they were doing is trying to play some soft zone defensively. That's something that Scott Drew will do maybe 10% of the time.
So it's not only Timmy, not scoring tonight. Baylor, their top 2 scores, Flagler and Pryor, they average 35 between them. They only have 5. George, he's 0 for 2 to start the second half. Here comes Julian Strawder. Had an early 3, but then quieted down in the first half. Watson, Bolton, they're both looking inside at Timmy. Strawder, 3. Short. And I think they're going to get Jalen Bridges inside against Timmy for the count against Baylor.
That's called star treatment. Everywhere the Drew Timmy goes, he's getting double and triple teamed. But that's opportunity for other guys.
Bolton to Timmy. Nice shot there. Gonzaga fouled him. Timmy, 2 points in the first half game from the line, and he'll go right back to the line now.
So, a comparison for you. And I don't want you to think I'm saying that Drew Timmy will become this guy. He won't become a Hall of Famer. But when I watch him in the low post, he operates a lot like Tim Duncan. He doesn't rely on speed or athleticism. He thinks the game. He picks his spots. He attacks shoulders. He spin dribbles. And I think he's got the same kind of impact. I'm not saying he's going to be a Hall of Famer and a world champion, but he has a nice taste to his offensive game.
And he has 3 points tonight. You see the second half can be a lot better than that first half was. Baylor led by 12 at 1 point, led by the 14-0 start. They got off in the paint. Jake Reiner wide open. He rebounded the hit. They led 30-18. Gonzaga led 1 time for a moment there in the first half at 3-2. Hickman to Watson. Now get it to the get down low. Back Famba. Double team. Out to Strawder. Hickman to Bolton. Defense that Baylor worked so hard on yesterday, working well so far. And it does again. It's going to be fouling it here, Bolton.
Baylor is playing the best basketball defensive end that I've seen them this year. Double team, stepping in as Bridges, drawing the contact. This is taking Gonzaga out of their offense. And Martin Hughes told me that watching the film, he thinks they need to work playing Baylor just like they did against Texas. They have elite guards, great athleticism. But in that game, Texas beat Gonzaga by 19.
Jalen Bridges, all Big 12 freshman team with West Virginia a couple of seasons ago. His first season now at Baylor. Had a 3 in the first and that bucket there early in the second. The game they trailed by 12, working their way back into the just 4 weeks ago against Xavier. We trailed most of that second half before coming back to win in the end. And it was Strawder trying to get it up ahead to Timmy. Nice job by George. And they'll get Flagler there for a foul. Timmy's
the second half. Julian Strother is a pure shooter. He had 23 points and saved the day in that Xavier game.
Can we give Timmy a hockey assist there for the assist that led to the assist?
Yeah, we can do that.
Smith, they can score on his action in the first half. Strother just can't heat it up there from the outside. Good hustle from Watson up to Timmy. PNC Bank is proud to support another year of bringing families together and celebrating moments with the see how PNC Bank can make a difference for you. We're in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and we are enjoying the Sanford Icon. Almost 10 years old, it only holds 3,250. They told us tonight, though, they let 3,500 in with a standing room only, and there's a look there. Told us it's built to look like a South Dakota high school gym in the 1950s, and it certainly has that feel, but also feels like a brand new building. You decided to walk in and feel the energy and the volume that comes from every angle because it's such an inside place.
I've never been to Sioux Falls, and I'm shocked. I love it. It's a little bit old my life, but great city.
Gonzaga 6-6-2, so it's the halftime break. They trail by 5. Baylor's made only 1 out of 6. Gonzaga's made half their shots. They continue to try to get it to the top end. Back to Alec. Nice shot clock at 10. Gonzaga leads for the first time since the season 29 after the first half.
I never
right here. Strips it away from Loner, up and in. And on the other end, Flagler, other runner. Adam Flagler struggling from the field tonight, but just made the last one of the Bears. He leads Gonzaga at 5-1. For more on Adam Flagler, check in with Roy Robinson.
Hey, Paul, how many NBA guys do you know who want to be doctors? I know one potential one. His name is Adam Flagler. And I asked him, well, what's his plan to balance medicine in the NBA? He laughed and said he gets back on me on that one. So he graduates this semester. Next year he's taking academia for sure. And he knows he can take the NCAAM whatever. So he said, look, I'm just going to adjust and make the adjust and make the decision about my medical career. After getting the feel of what life is like as a professional athlete, Paul.
He started out wanting to be a pediatrician, but then he had injuries last year to his knee especially, and he had so much help from the athletic science center. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go from the pediatrician to be an orthopedic surgeon. He's like, Malachi Smith up top. Takes it down to Hickman. This
and under the basket. He's like that. Before the game, I said, what are you talking to the other big man about? And he said, sometimes I just ask him out, like, how's it like your school? What are you into? What do you do? What are you into? What do you do? I never remember every year after you never asking me anything or introducing himself. How about when you were in the Big Ten? Second half, he's 0 for 3 on the night. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Coming in
approach the halfway point here to the second half. Bridges got the ball, six-finger shot, clock out to the 7. Bridges made one earlier. Wisely just pushes it back out. Onside of 46. Gonzaga led 3-2 early in this game. Also led here in the second half. Really thought well into the first. They controlled the majority of the first half. Hickman on the hand. said before the season, in this 2014 season, I think that's what they are. This preseason, he has one of the winning with Michigan State. It didn't go well, Texas. That's now a top 5 team. They did beat Kentucky. That's what we're going into another top 5 team. And they knocked off the State team on Sunday night. Had a couple of behind 9-2. So hard for you to do the rest of the season right now. through defense just as he pleaded with them to do. Much better than they did on defense tonight.
Last trip it was more pressure. This is a little more real.
1:25 down, 1 point deficit. Baylor needing an excellent defensive possession. Golden had a pick.
Some more Baylor defense. The strip inside. Geontay George has had a real solid defensive. Defensively, everybody's going to be looking at Flagler. He's made big shots. Baylor has that opportunity against an extended defense to try and get to the hole. Don't settle for a contested three.
Baylor down 1 inside of 30 seconds now. 3-second difference between the game clock and the judge clock. Flagler back to that. He's started right back. Jalen Bridges, good hustle there. He's the kind of shooter that's going to be long to the line. see Chattanooga 20 points a game last year. He has 16 tonight. So a number of options, but not think of a lot of options. Think of Mark Few when you consider a tight game and a big-time meaningful game. With Stronger struggling, it's in the out.
The key defender for Baylor has been Flo Samba, but his value is minimized because Sydney's no longer in there. I think that what we're going to see is Baylor in a very, very aggressive control the paint, contest three-point shot late. I do think that Bolton is your guy.
Your Bolton, as you mentioned, score at Penn State or at Iowa State is a very good hit tonight. Mark Few still drawing off the play there. Timmy's just going to be a spectator, just like his head coach will be when they come back now. 12.6 seconds left. We did not close to the national title. Baylor ran away this season ago. And our guys got to get a night Super Bowl.
The other thing is, with 12 and a half seconds to go, Gonzaga can get right into it. And remember, Anton Watson is a star on the glass. There's an ability to shoot with 7 or 8 seconds, and he could get an offensive rebound. That's been a big part of the Zags offense so far here in the second half.
Zaga has committed 10 fouls in this half, so any kind of foul has that. Baylor has committed 8. So any kind of foul, 1-and-1, unless it's a shooting opportunity. So here we go. Baylor leading by 12.66 seconds left. Just comes down to the 6 seconds to shoot. Ball knocked away. They'll probably lead this team in steals. He thought it went off of Hickman. Let's take another look here. Rowan Hickman had Bonner's step right in front. Bonner touched up first, was hit second.
And remember, the original Baylor. This was their best defensive effort of the year.
Keontae George celebrating where he had a game-high 18 points, made 3 threes. And yes, it was about the defense, but Baylor offensively complimentary that ball there at the end because the Bears end this game on an 8-0 run.
How about this? At Marquette earlier this week, Baylor gives up the 96 points. Tonight, against a better offensive team, they give up 63. That's lockdown defense.
Corey had some pretty happy Bears on the sideline. Corey, go ahead.
Thanks, Paul. Yes, Coach, I saw you celebrate. Last game, you told me, look, we weren't happy with our defense. This game is one of the top offenses in the country to 63 points. What did you think about your defense?
That's all we worked on. That's all we talked about. Gonzaga's class program, best offense in the country coming in, be able to get 63 points. We're the second best offense. They held us to 64 after the game. Proud of this guy.
What makes Gonzaga so special?
That he wants to get better for his teammates. That he's coachable and wants to get better. His defense today was much better. His rebounding was much better. And his offense is going to come and go like everybody. He does those good things. He'll be a special player.
You made a lot of great plays today.